A good evening, everyone. It's definitely getting a little bit cooler, isn't it? Which is quite nice for a little bit of a change. Although we had one more jump in the pool today because it got up to 29 degrees. So got to make the most of it before we can't use that anymore. So let's start just in a comfortable seat this evening. And, that might be sitting cross-legged, or it might be more comfortable for you sitting kneeling, whichever form is more comfortable for you. If you like, you can sit up on a cushion or up on a folded blanket as well, if that's more comfortable. And just resting your hands on your knees and closing your eyes down. Taking a deep breath in and out through both nostrils. And again, taking a deep breath in. This time as you exhale, exhale out through the mouth. And again, deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose, and this time closing the mouth and exhaling out through the nose. Just taking this opportunity to arrive at your mat, feeling your sit bones evenly pressing into the floor or your blanket. Notice the different parts of your body that touch the floor. It might be the little toe side of your feet, your ankle, maybe the outside of your knee, your thigh, your bottom. And bringing your awareness to the breath. And as you inhale the air, cool in the nostrils. And as you breathe out, warm in the nostrils. And really just taking the opportunity now to welcome in each breath. It might be the first time today you've stopped and paused just to focus on your breath. Notice how that makes you feel. Our overall sense of well-being and our breath are intimately linked. If you think of when you're stressed or when you're anxious, how your breath becomes short and shallow. And when you feel safe, comfortable, and relaxed, your breath is soft and deep. Noticing where your body gently moves with each breath in and out. As your diaphragm opens out like an umbrella, moves down, almost as if it's massaging your internal organs with each breath in. And then as you breathe out, it releases up, the umbrella closes, and the breath goes out through the throat and out through the nostrils. If you have an intention that you've already set for yourself for this week, you can bring to mind that intention if you like and repeat it to yourself again 3 times, worded the same way. We're setting yourself an intention for this evening. If you're setting a new intention, word it as if it's already so, starting with I am. And once you've set your intention, just opening your eyes, bring your palms together in your heart center. Take a deep breath in, lifting your chest. If it's comfortable in the neck, lifting your chin slightly. Interlace the fingers, press the palms forward, rounding through the back and dropping your chin towards your chest. Inhale, reaching the palms up, lifting and lengthening through the side bodies. Exhale, releasing the arms behind, interlace your fingers, reach the knuckles down, opening the chest. And then exhaling, hands back to the heart center. So again, deep breath in, lifting the chest, lifting the chin. Exhale, interlace the fingers, pressing the palms forward, spreading your shoulder blades. Inhale, lifting the palms up. And exhale, releasing the arms. Use the strength of the arms to open the chest, broaden the shoulders. And back to the heart center. Now just do a couple more rounds now, moving with the rhythm of your own breath. Making the movements here as small or as big as what feels comfortable for your body this evening. Notice the areas that might be feeling a little stiff and tight this evening. Also notice the areas that feel more open and relaxed. You can have eyes opened or closed. Once you've finished the round that you're on, just pause with your palms together in the heart center and repeat your intention to yourself once more. And then opening your eyes, inhale, lifting the arms up. And exhale, side bending over to the right. Press into your right hand to stay anchored through your left sit bone. Lift up out of the waist and then come into the side bend. So it's more of a sensation of the rib area side bending rather than the lower part of your spine. Relax your shoulders, soften the elbows to drop your shoulders away from your ears. Take a couple of breaths here into the left side of the body. And inhale, lifting both arms up. And exhaling over to the left, pressing into your left hand to stay anchored through your right sit bones. Soften the elbows, dropping shoulders away from the ears. Take a deep breath in, lift up out of the waist. And then as you exhale, side bending. And push the left hand into the floor just to give you a little bit more leverage, opening up through the right side of the body. And inhaling upright, releasing your hands down, either on your knees or by your side, and just turning your head to the right, just getting right to your edge of range, and noticing how that feels in your neck, if there's any tightness or tension. And then slowly turning the head to the left, noticing where your end range is there, And again, how does that feel in the muscles? Returning to the center and release tightness through the upper back, into the shoulders, the neck. Then interlace the fingers and bring the hands behind the head. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, side bending over to the right. And then inhaling upright and side bend over to the left. Inhaling upright. Once more, over to the right. And again, upright. And over to the left. Inhaling upright. This time, lengthen your exhale, side bend to the right and rotate your right elbow forward and your chest upwards. Then inhale, rotate back and upright. We'll do another 2 to the right. So long exhale, side bend and rotate. Long inhale, rotate back and upright. And again, side bending. Right elbow moves forward, chest rotates up, and then rotate back and upright. This time exhale, lean over to the left, and left elbow moves forward, chest up, and inhale, rotate back and upright. Do 2 more on this side. Just noticing how it feels from side to side. Always one side is a little stiffer in your side bending. Always one side has a little more rotation than the other. And not trying to compare them, wishing they were the same, but just observing which side is your tighter side. And then inhaling upright, releasing your hands down again, whether that was on your knees or on the floor, turning your head to the right, just to your end range, noticing if your end range is the same, and if there was a sensation of tightness there, is it still there or has that been released? And then turning the head to the left. And then coming back to the center, let's come up onto hands and knees into tabletop position. So tabletop, you want to stack the joints where the shoulders are above your wrists and your hips are above your knees. Then spread your fingers comfortably, middle fingers pointing towards the front and pressing right from the pads of the fingers through to the palm. This will activate the muscles in your fingers and your palm and take a load off your wrist. And bending your elbows a little, just dropping your shoulders away from the ears. Tuck the toes under, see how many toes want to tuck under this evening. And on your next breath in, gently stretch the front of the body coming into cow. And then exhale, pressing the floor away, draw the chin in round through the back to cow. Inhaling to cow, tuck the toes, bend the elbows, gently stretching the front body. Exhale, pressing the floor away, drawing the chin in. And just do a couple more cat-cows. Again, this is just for mobility in the spine. One more full breath in and out. And then coming into a neutral spine once you've finished your cat. And then from cat, shifting your hands one whole hand's distance further forwards. Bend the elbows, tuck the toes, and press up into down dog. As you press up into down dog, keep the knees bent. This is going to ensure that you get a tilt in your pelvis, which will keep you in neutral pelvis and help to lengthen your spine. As opposed to if the legs are straight, you can be rounding through the lower back as the flexion's coming from the lower back, not from the hips. So knees slightly bent, push through the hands to reach the sit bones back. Then you can give your head a little yes-no action, just relaxing the neck muscles. Notice how you're still pressing through the pads of the fingers, heels pressing towards the floor, but we don't want the heels to touch the floor. So if your heels are touching the floor, it's a good indication that your down dog is too short, and just take the feet back a little bit further if they are. And then moving on the breath, inhale, lower the knees to the floor. Exhale, setting your hips back toward your heels to child's pose.
Unfurling back up on the hands and knees into cow. Bend the elbows, tuck the toes, press up into down dog. And again, lowering knees to the floor, sending your hips back toward your heels. So lower your elbows and your forearms, interlace your fingers, keep the elbows, forearms on the floor, come onto your knees, tuck the toes and lift into dolphin. So just like down dog, dolphin, keeping the knees slightly bent so you get the tilt in the pelvis, the length in the spine. Push down through the forearms so you're lifting up out of your shoulders. And dolphin is great for strengthening and stretching tight shoulders. Then inhale, lowering your knees to the floor, sending your hips back towards your heels. Separate the hands, come up on the hands and knees, bend the elbows, tuck the toes, and lift to down dog. Lift the right leg into the air, three-legged dog. Then bring knee into chest, lifting the hips up, stepping all the way through. Anchor the back heel down. Line up front here with the middle arch of the back foot as we prepare for Trikonasana or triangle pose. So if you have a block, bring the block here. If you have a block, you can place it to the inside of your ankle and your right hand up on your block. If you don't have a block, bring your hand up onto your shin. So rather than down here on the ankle, bring it right up onto the shin. Left hand to your hip. Now start to straighten the front leg just to your edge. It doesn't have to straighten fully. Again, what we need is this really deep hips crease so you've got the flexion in the front of the hip. And press into the back foot and imagine that you're pushing a door open with the crown of the head. So you really get this extension through the spine. Then revolve the chest and open it to Trikonasana or triangle pose. And if it's comfortable in your left shoulder, you can extend your arm up. You can bring your right hand in front if you like, to bring a little bit more activation to the obliques or the love handles. We're pressing down actively through the feet. If you feel like you need a little support this evening, feel free to keep your hand on your shin. Knee stays soft. Now, check out how it feels in your neck. So first, look straight ahead. Bring your chin in towards your throat so the neck lengthens, and then either turn the chin to look down, or you can turn it forward, or you can turn the chin towards the top shoulder. Eye gaze to top hand. Circle the top arm back, down around to the floor. Step back into down dog. Lifting your left leg into the air, three-legged dog. Knee to chest, lifting your hips up, stepping all the way through. Anchor the back heel down, line up front heel with the middle arch of the back foot. Either hand up on your block or on your shin. Right hand to your hip. Then press into your front foot, left foot to straighten, just to your edge. Keep deepening the hips crease. You can even hook your left thumb into your hips crease and pull it back. So this will cause the right hip and shoulder to rotate down slightly towards the floor as if you were just in a forward bend. Now push into the back foot. Imagine that you're pushing a door open with the crown of your head. Get a little bit more extension, then revolve and open the chest. And if it's comfortable in your top shoulder, extending your top arm up. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Remember, you can have the hand in front. Turning the eyes, the head to where's comfortable for the neck. But still, wherever you're looking, whether it's up, straight ahead, or down, still imagining that you're pushing the door open, so in that your head's not going to drop off the edge. It needs to be strong, and you're pushing from the little toe side of your back foot all the way out through the crown of the head. So there's that line of energy. Circle the top arm back, down around to the floor. Step back into down dog. Pausing here in down dog for a moment. Then lowering your knees to the floor. Take the knees out wide, big toes together, setting your hips back toward your heels. And either resting on your forehead on the floor or on your hands, but just resting forwards. Coming back up onto your hands and your knees, into tabletop. From there, shifting the hands one whole hand's distance further forwards. Bend the elbows, tuck the toes, lift your hips to down dog. Lifting your right leg into the air. And then knee to chest. Lift the hips, lift the heel of your right palm. Create a little more space to step through. Anchor the back heel down, lining up the front heel with the middle arch of the back foot. Setting up for triangle pose once more. So hand on the block or the shin. Right, left hand to your hip. Press into the front foot, straightening the front leg. Reach up through the crown of the head, revolving the chest. Opening it up and then extending your top arm up. And this time turn the top arm to rotate your palm to face back and wrapping your arm behind. Our hand can just rest on your back, or if you can, wiggle it into the hips crease just to get a little bit more rotation, a little bit more opening. So you're bringing the hand into the hips crease there. Maybe, maybe not. No big deal if it doesn't wiggle in there. And press down through the feet, reach up through the crown of the head. See if you can take a load off the hand, even if it's on the shin. But the load is in your legs, so keep pushing down through the feet so the energy again is driving, it's kind of coming up through the legs and out through the crown of the head. And releasing your hand down, bend the front knee, step back into down dog. And then lifting your left leg into the air, three-legged dog. Knee to chest. Big step through, help it through if you need to. Anchor the back heel down, line up front heel, middle arch of the back foot, hand to block or shin. There we go. Right hand to your hip. Press into the front foot, reach up through the crown of the head, then revolve and open the chest. Extending your top arm up. Then it's an internal rotation of the arm as the palm turns back. Then wrap the arm behind. If you can, wiggle the fingers into the hips crease. Just gives you a little bit more opening through the chest. Turn the head to where it's comfortable for your neck. Make the legs be what's holding you up, not leaning on your block or leaning on your shin. You can use that for a little support, but be it mostly the legs that are holding you up. Bring awareness to your breath. And releasing your right hand to the floor, bend the front knee, and then step forward into forward fold. Inhale to half forward fold, press the floor away, rise all the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart center. So let's see how your balance is this evening. Let's steady your eye gaze on one point. Hands to your hips, bend both knees, press into your left foot, lifting your right foot. Do this as few or as many times as you need to. And what we're doing by bending is each time you press down through the left foot, the muscles have to activate to straighten the leg. So using the muscles rather than just transferring the weight. Coming into tree pose, so the right knee out to the side. And placing your foot either below or above your knee. Wherever you have it, whether it's above or below, press the foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. Hands can be on your hips, or you can bring palms together in the heart center. Focus on a drishti point. Find one thing to focus on. Woo. And to come out, bring the knee to the front and release. Let's see the other side. So bending both knees, pressing into your right foot, lifting your left. Do this as many times as you need to. Once you feel like you've got your balance, left knee opens out to the side, below or above the knee. Hands can be on your hips or palms together, wherever helps you with your balance. Might be up overhead or out to the side. And find a drishti point, focus on it. Calm, steady breath. And come out of tree pose, knee to the front and releasing your foot down. Taking your arms up overhead. Bending the knees, folding forwards, belly to thigh, chest to knees, chin to chest, half forward fold. Stepping back into down dog. So noticing how your down dog feels now that your body's warmer and more open. And inhale, lower the knees to the floor. Come around sitting up onto your bottom, legs out in front. Now again, if it's more comfortable to sit on a cushion or with your blanket folded up, do so that you can sit with ease. Both legs out in front. For a seated twist. So bending up your right knee, crossing your right leg over. And then just bring awareness to both sit bones that they're evenly pressing into the floor. And if you want to try, you can bend up your left leg as well underneath. If when you bend up your left leg, it sends your weight off center and there's more pressure down on your left sit bone, then extend your left leg back out. So you want even pressure through both sit bones. Then press down through the sit bones, lift up out of the waist. So if you're pregnant, you're going to twist and open to the left. Otherwise, twist closed and hug your right knee in towards you. That's it. And then keep pressing down through the right sit bone. Deep breath in, lifting up out of the waist, and exhale. Lead the twist with your right shoulder so you get a little bit more opening into the chest. Then turn the head to where it's comfortable for the neck. And slowly release. to the center. Bring your right leg around to the side. And if you're kind of lopsided, sitting up on a cushion or a blanket just to help settle the hips here. And then bringing your right arm out to the side, left arm out to the side, turn the whole palm up, lifting up out of the waist and coming to a side bend. If this isn't comfortable in your top shoulder, feel free to wrap the arm behind. You're still going to come into the side bend all the same. And then bending your left elbow, just bringing your hand behind, right into the neck. So you're supporting the neck and maybe your wrist is kind of behind your head, supporting the weight of your head. Come up onto the fingertips of your right hand. Take a deep breath in, lift your chest and your elbow up towards the ceiling. And then see if you can let your head just rest back on your wrist, your hand supporting your neck. If there's any discomfort in your shoulder or your neck at all, just rotate back out of it as much as you need to, or you can still have the arm wrapped behind and into the side bend. Inhale, reaching up with the left hand, releasing it down, and then keep your right leg as is out to the side, but bring your knee towards the center and extend your left leg to the front. And we're going to come into a forward bend. So if you are tight in your hamstrings, start by bending up your left knee, still pushing down through both sit bones. Take a deep breath in, lift up out of the waist. And then exhale, folding forwards, bringing belly to thigh, chest to knee. Just release your hands to the floor. Let your head drop, your shoulders relax. And breathing into the back of the body. To come out, slowly walk the hands in, lifting the chest up. And lean over to the left, bring the right leg out. If it feels like it needs a little wiggle, give it a little wiggle. And then crossing your left leg over when you're ready for a seated twist. So left leg over, weight even through both sit bones. And then if you want, you can try bringing the right underneath. If that sends all the weight over to the right, then keeping the right leg extended out. Press down through the sit bones, lift up out of the waist and twisting to the left, hugging your knee, your thigh in. Relax your shoulders. Lead the twist with your left shoulder, so you're opening up into the chest, turning the head to where it's comfortable. And slowly releasing to the center. Your left leg will come out to the side. And if you're a little lopsided, and sit up a little higher. And then your left hand out to the side, right arm out to the side. Turn the whole arm up, lift up out of the waist and come into the side bend. Relax your shoulders. I mean, if there's discomfort in the top shoulder, you can wrap the arm behind. Turn the head to where it's comfortable for your neck. And inhale. Oh no, we're not inhaling up yet. We're going to bend the elbow first. Hand to the neck, wrist kind of right behind the head for support, and come up onto the fingertips of your left hand, and then reach your elbow up, opening into the chest. Turn the head to where it's comfortable for your neck. And slowly releasing by reaching up and releasing the arm down. Your right leg out in front and just bringing the left knee forwards. You might need to bend up your right knee so that you're sitting up on your sit bones. Lift up out of the waist and then tipping forward, belly to thigh, chest to knee, chin to chest. Relax your shoulders. Let your jaw relax. Just breathing into the back body. And walking your hands in, lifting your chest up, rolling over onto the right side so you can unfold your left leg. And you can give them a little shake, where you might feel like, it can sometimes feel nice to just windscreen wiper the knees side to side. Now preparing for Shavasana, and once you get comfortable in Shavasana, I'm going to guide you through a what's it called, Nadi Shodhana Pranayama, but you won't be using your fingers to block your nostrils. You'll just be using open and closed palms, but I'll talk you through that anyway. So get comfortable for Shavasana, where you have a bolster or a pillow behind your knees, have a pillow or a blanket folded up underneath your head, supporting your neck and your head. Ensure that you're warm enough. So as soon as you stop in Shavasana, the body temperature drops quite a lot. Have something to cover your eyes. If you don't have an eye pillow, just put a towel or a t-shirt, or I've been using one of my scarves, something that's soft, just to block out the filtered light. Okay, so just drape it over your eyes. So get comfortable in Shavasana. And once you're there, just bringing your awareness to your breath, breathing in and out through both nostrils. And have your arms by your side, palms facing up. And with both palms open, taking a deep breath in through both nostrils. Close your right palm, exhale out through the left nostril. Left palm stays open. Inhale through the left nostril, left palm stays open. Close both fists, pause, hold the breath. Open right palm, exhale out through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril, right palm stays open. Close both fists softly, pause and hold the breath. Open left palm, exhale out through the left nostril. This is one complete cycle. Inhale through the left nostril, left palm stays open. Close both fists softly, pause, hold the breath. Open right palm, exhale out through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril, right palm stays open. Close both fists, pause, hold the breath. Open left palm, exhale out through the left nostril. That's 2 complete cycles. Just do another 4 cycles, the rhythm of your own breath now, so you can stretch and lengthen the breath out longer if you like. You can pause and hold the breath for longer, but without straining. And when you exhale, gently release and lengthen the exhale out. Once you've completed the 4 cycles, just release both of your palms and return to the natural breath.
Taking a deep breath in and out. Just start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, gradually awakening your nervous system, your senses, and start to make your movements as big as what feels comfortable for you. You might want to stretch your arms and legs long or hug your knees in towards your chest. And eventually bending up both knees, roll to the right. And press your hands into the floor, come up into a comfortable seated position. And bringing your palms together in the heart center. Repeating your intention to yourself once more. And let's chant together once the mantra Om. And we'll break it into the three sounds of Ah, Oo, and Taking a deep breath in. Lifting your thumbs to your forehead. Namaste.